I'm back from BRB, and I'm playing Final Fantasy, but you can't see it yet because I have to do that and do that. Okay, that should be better. That should be better. Yeah, I got a new graphics card since the last time I played this. What is it? It's a GeForce RTX 4060 Ti. And I was using a 1660 before, so ideally the game looks better now. It's on higher settings. I can tell the difference. And I should be able to stream it now without the stream like shitting the bed, the encoding just hitting the floor and dropping frames like crazy. It was funny, I installed the new GPU the day that Nvidia's stock bottomed out, like last Monday. Their stock fell by like a record percentage while I was putting one of their products in my computer. Well, now that we are out of earshot of other delegates, I hope you will forgive me if I speak my mind. Let me begin by saying that I have dreamed of this day since the moment I first set foot upon these shores, and that I was as heartened as anyone to see the people of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet, even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think of was about the conflict to come, of the sacrifices they would make, and of the lives lost, inevitabilities I will struggle to accept. But at least now there is hope. The formation of the Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step, the first of many. Many and more. Many and more. Elder Seedseer, how might we be of service? I seek Master Alphino's assistance in a matter involving Gridania's neighbors, the Sylphs. I know that you and yours have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, and better to predict the coming of the primals, and so you will be familiar with the Sylphs of Ashcrown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only with the city-states, but with many other communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes. Just so, it is our hope that we may make use of the Sylphs' established lines of communication to coordinate with the efforts of our new fellowship. Yet there remain certain practical differences between a trade consortium and a grand company. If the Sylphs are to perform their task effectively, they will require the counsel of one versed in the operational aspects of an armed force, such as the Crystal Braves. An armed force founded for the selfsame Golomai, no less. The Crystal Braves. Yes, forgive me. Master Alphino, I know that it was a painful chapter in your life, but the experience may yet be made to serve the realm. In my hubris, I plotted a course for the Crystal Braves, which stretched far beyond the Order's initial inception. One intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. But my plans all came to naught, built upon a frail foundation of lofty ideals. The Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests. I have no wish to see the new endeavor suffer the same fate. Mayhap I ask too much of you? Not at all. You may count upon my assistance, for what little it is worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report, including a list of recommendations, drawing on the lessons I learned from the failures of the Crystal Braves. You have my gratitude, Master Alphino, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here today, I have no doubt that our friendship shall emerge from the shadow of the Telepheroi and flourish. Until next we meet, my friends. Before committing anything to writing, there are a number of people whose thoughts I would like to hear. Former Braves, you understand? Might you join me in seeking them out? As if you have to ask, buddy, of course. Thank you. As someone who witnessed the Order's rise and fall, yours would be a reassuring presence. I'll join you. If you're planning to canvass the opinions of your former comrades, it will be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them. Then mayhap Graha can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thangrid back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we should be able to provide an accurate, yet thorough account of the day's events. We should be glad of your company. Graha, I shall explain the details on the way. So what's the plan, brother mine? Before taking the task at hand, I should probably admit the report I proposed is largely written. Not long after the fateful day in Ul'dah, I penned a detailed account of the organization's history, from the events that led to its inception to the failings that brought about its demise. This I did primarily as a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine it might later be referenced to by those seeking to form a similar organization. And while I made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone, its events viewed from my singular perspective. For it to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to be the crucial question, namely, why? After the Crystal Braves disbanded, did some members choose to remain with us while others did not? I see. And you think the answer would tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind our new Grand Company together. And this knowledge might help us to prevent it from falling apart when these bonds are inevitably tested? That is my hope, yes. The questions I would ask are uncomfortable to some. As the former commander of the Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandoned the cause would welcome my inquiries. Graha and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones who've kept the faith. A fine suggestion. Take care. However, certain of my former comrades are of questionable character, so keep your wits about you and let us reconvene in Gridania later on. If you have no objections, I have a mind to begin by speaking with Riel and Alian. Yeah, sure, I remember who they are. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending to intelligence briefings at Castrum Orion's. Let us seek them out there. I certainly remember all the Crystal Braves by name. I definitely fondly remember that part of the game and committed it all to memory. Oh, look who it is. And what brings you two here? Wouldn't have anything to do with the big meetin', would it? In a manner of speaking, I've been assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. So you want to know why we decided to stick with the Scions, eh? Ain't an easy thing to put into words, that. Ezreal will attest. I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we were powerless to prevent those tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I do not think back to those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I hope to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause for as long as I am able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we were finally reunited at the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of everything that had happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. And we would not have blamed you had you turned us away. But when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repay it? Nothing, that's what. As for me own tale, well, I've always felt the Scions had something in common with me old crew. Duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That was a creed, and I still try to live by that to this day. As time goes on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes. From Horibola to Mistress Tataru, all got something to offer. And not one of us is doing it for personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that, things worth protecting, which is what being a Scion's all about. I am at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. Forgive me, Ryugo, could you? Why do you think the Crystal Braves ended in failure? Well, its founding ideals were something to be proud of, but ideals alone don't make a crew. For every swab who signed up with good intentions, there was another who was only in it for the coin, the glory, or both. Ours was quite a disparate band, and while I will never forget Ilberd, the fact that we managed to function at all was in large parts to his efforts. Forgive Ilberd, I will never forgive Ilberd. Just a pity he was doing it all for the wrong reasons, eh? It takes one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel of them. Not like the Scions. We might look like a ragtag band of misfits, but deep down, we all got that shared sense of purpose. And why? Because Tataru sifted out the glory hunters for they made it through the door. I see. So while our ranks comprise a diverse range of people, each with their own individual strengths, we are united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of your discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations. Until we meet again. On official business. Well, I think we've taken up enough of our colleagues' time, and I'm conscious that less life-affirming testimonies await. Let us make our way to Gridania and hear what the others have learned. Are you making cocktails over here? Very cool. They sparked a gift of love to me. Interesting. They toasted me. Very cool. I should have said something while I was still there. Thanks to Tataru's ever-dependable intelligence, we managed to track down a handful of former Braves without any great difficulty. Some were forthright, others less so, but we heard enough to form a picture. I must warn you, Alpha, though, some of their comments were harsh. I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Thank you. I will set about adding your findings to my own at once. In the meantime, pray go on ahead to Little Solace and seek out Elder Frixio. I will join you anon. Frixio? Frixio? I'm only slowly realizing how much better the game looks now that the graphics card is updated. I'm sure it would be way more obvious in a side-by-side, but like, I'm seeing it. I should have taken more screenshots beforehand. I guess I could just go look at a VOD. Welcome, Brave One and friends of Brave One. How good it is to see you walking once again after so soon after the meeting. It's been a while since we last spoke. Indeed, it has. Though the palace was very pretty, the meeting was far too noisy for this one. So many shouting ones and squawking ones and cheering ones with no chance for carefree conversation. Still, this one is pleased that all ones can be friends. Horned one, Khan Isana, said that walking ones would be coming to little solace. Imperial ones also invaded Sylvians and abducted many of these ones, so these ones would be glad to bear messages between fighting friendly ones. It's heartening to hear, Elder. It will require all ones to work in unison to stop the Telephorai. These ones will try very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones have little experience. Any advice walking ones can provide would be most welcome. Oh? Another pretty silver-haired one? In quite a hurry, it seems. Alice, you must come quickly. Whatever's the matter, Alphino, don't tell me. Couldn't read my handwriting. What? No. A twin adder officer accosted me while I was about to set out. Charlene has sent an envoy, who is due to arrive in Gridania at any moment. An envoy? Could it be that Kryl has managed to sway the Forum? We shall know soon enough. But there's more. The envoy has requested that the two of us attend the audience with the Elder Seed Seer. Really? I can see why they might want science to be present, but us specifically? Wait, it isn't who I think it is. It is. I could scarce believe it myself. For when I inquired as to the envoy's identity, I was told it was one Horshnot Leveler. Oh shit. Dad's home. Your father? Well now, the fact that a serving member of the Forum had journeyed here would be surprise enough, but him? Quite. I gleaned from this that they are taking the matter seriously. That may be, but why him and not one of the other 98 Forum members? Unless he volunteered for it. It has been some time since you last saw your father, has it not? Could it be that he is concerned for your well-being? Perhaps, but he's always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. Indeed, and whenever we write to our parents, it is invariably our mother who replies. Nevertheless, I welcome the opportunity to meet with him after so long, even if it is secondary to his true purpose here. Elder Frixio, loath I am to cut our visit short, we must return to Gridania. Pray accept my apologies, along with my report. Never mind, there will be time to talk later. This one won't keep walking ones for more urgent matters. Go! The audience will be held at the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seed Seer awaits even now. Let us be on our way. Did I see some dropped frames? It's bouncing back. Interesting. I'm keeping an eye on it. Some settings might still need to be adjusted. I'm waving my finger at the camera to like kind of check out when it says like 30 frames per second. Some areas are definitely worse than others. I'm gonna meet Papa, huh? Welcome, Warrior of Light. The Elder Seed Seer and her friends are waiting for it. For you with the others, or whatever. I don't care. He's not here yet, right? He's about to make his grand entrance. My friends, I thank you all for coming so swiftly. Word of Master Fortunance. Fortunance. Master Fortunance's visits took us quite by surprise. When the Alliance granted Mistress Kryl permission to request Charlane's aid, we did not anticipate so promptly reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What the nature of that reply may be, we shall soon discover.
Elder Seedseer, I thank you for granting me this audience. I am Fortuno Leveilleur, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortuno, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
Daddy?
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourself.
Ameliance. I'm glad it wasn't immediately like he hates them or whatever. I thought there was going to be some drama there.
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health. Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisoix, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
Louisoix's their grandfather? I didn't know that. Was I supposed to know that already? Was I supposed to know that?
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity,
What?
it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the primals.
Alphino, your
Were it
grandfather's
not for
who?
him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement.
I was probably supposed to know that already.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene.
I forgot.
And my position remains unchanged.
Oh shit. The drama's not within the family, but the drama is the different political stances within the family. Father, I must object.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request.
No.
Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
Those shadows of the leaves behind them make it appear like the leaves are enormous. Either the leaves are enormous or the sun is really close.
The final days. Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald. One in which Sharlayan will take no part.
We got a don't look up scenario.
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
They're gonna get attacked or something, right? Something's gotta flip
I
them.
thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint. of discipline. But I
Oh,
see now
here it
that
comes.
Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
Better to fight and fail than wait for the axe to fall. That's actually probably the worst response there. But it was the shortest
I
one.
see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike him, you should know better. By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy. Alphino, Alizé, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
What the fuck?
What?
Father.
How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in
This
your
is
way.
way too abrupt. He was so, like, fine
Master
with them 2 minutes
Fortuno.
ago.
While Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
What a bitch!
Father! Wait!
Don't bother, Alizé!
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
When the voice acting is too expressive for, the facial animations. So that's what he came to say? That we're all fools for having the temerity to defend ourselves against the Telephory? And as for the rest, like it or not, this was the Forum's decision, to watch from afar while Eorzea burns. Father was but the messenger, and as he handed down their judgment, I could think of nothing to say that could possibly sway him. I can't. To have prolonged the discussion would have changed little, for it is only Master Fortuno who must be persuaded. It is not only Master Fortuno, but the Forum as a whole. Their decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. Nor is it like to be changed, and so we shall face the Telephory without their aid. Forgive me, but if they have no intention of helping us, then why would they go to the trouble of sending an envoy in the first place? Why did they not simply keep their counsel as they are wont to do? Go ahead, take your call. Ryugo, has Master Fortuno arrived yet? Yeah, he's a bitch. Then it is as I feared. My efforts were in vain. I pleaded our case to as many Forum members as I could, but they flatly refused to discuss the matter. No, that's not exactly true. I should say that they ignored every word. They ignored every word I said on the subject without exception. It was almost unnerving. Could it be that they're hiding something from us? That might go some way to explain Master Fortuno's performance. When he said that they would know if the final days were upon us, I dismissed it as pride, but what if they genuinely believe they know the world will end and simply disagree with us about the circumstances? That I don't know, but something tells me they are not as unconcerned about the Telephory as they claim. If the threat weren't real, then why would they be so standoffish and secretive? I would very much like to delve further into this, but I'm afraid I've exhausted every avenue of inquiry. Nor have I fared any better with my other mission. researching Heidelin in the Ethereal Sea. I tried enlisting the help of the experts in the field, but it appears the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us. Obstructed at every turn. So it's same, but don't lose heart just yet. With the knowledge and acquaintances we have met, we can still find a way forward. To that end, I would like all of you to join me here. The time is right, of course. I'm aware of matters in Eorzea that stand on a knife's edge, but with your permission, I can at least start making the necessary arrangements. I've always wanted to visit Charlayan. And so you shall, albeit under less than happy circumstances. It may take a while to secure entry for you all, but I'll let you know when everything is in order. Look after yourselves in the meantime, won't you? Your speculations give me cause to hope, yet if these seeds will bear fruit I cannot say. While it is possible the Charlayans hide some secretive truth from us, there can be no certainty that its exposure will prompt in them a change of heart. And so, for the present, we must needs confront the plight in which we find ourselves. Farmers refuse to request our aid, and it falls to us alone to contend with the Telophori. Even with all of Eorzea standing united, there's no guarantee we will prevail. And what does Charlayan intend to do if we fail? Chicken fettuccine. I'll take the pineapple juice. Death unto dawn. You get a shush. Accept. Last quest. While Charlayan's stance is indeed disappointing, we cannot allow ourselves to be distracted from the challenge before us. There's much and more to be done. I shall begin by sharing the Forum's response with my counterparts in the Alliance. Meanwhile, I'd ask the Scions. Grave tidings, walking ones! Grave tidings! Calm yourself, my gentle friend. What has occurred? These ones who went to see our feathered ones send terrible news. Destroying ones have appeared in Zelfathal. Destroying ones and disrupting ones and even frightfully godly ones. Feathered ones didn't stand a chance and were just flapping and squawking. When did this happen? Is it too late to help them? Too late, yes, much too late, but quickly. Luckily, destroying ones were only passing through and continued on west. Feathered ones who did not fight were left unharmed. West? That would be Korthus. My lady, the Ishgardians report that Telophori have emerged from the eastern highlands of Korthus and are marching at speed. Though their purpose is yet to be determined, the Krupno Flats would seem their most likely destination. Lord America has already dispatched his forces and requests our immediate support. Tell him he shall have it. The time has come for the Grand Company of Eorzea to prove its worth. Well, mayhap it is a mercy we do not have time to stew upon our misfortunes. But my friends, let us make haste to Cartano. Wait! This one almost forgot. Destroying ones were said to be led by cackling robed one. This one must be all that walking ones know. This one must see that all walking ones know. Farewell. And Daniel. Who else? It was only a matter of time before that grinning maniac showed himself again. And I shall have an airship ready for you to go to Cartano. Pray see to your preparations and report to the landing with all haste. At once, my lady. Let us away. We have like a Chimeco wind chime between rooms, and it's just going. Which is really interesting. It's just not stopping. There must be constant airflow right there. It's like haunted. Here you go. It would seem that Fordola has come all the way to Gridania to find us. I've explained the situation, but she insists her business is urgent. It'll be over soon if you shut up and come with me. Interesting. Oh.
Arenvold! I can't tell you how good it is to see you.
Second, I'm just checking something.
It arrived a lot sooner than expected, eh? The day I craned my neck up at you.
Only because you're sitting down. Unless...
Oh, shit.
Afraid so. The chirurgeons say I may never walk again.
Eorzea's not exactly wheelchair accessible, is it?
Come on, Alfino, it could be worse. Besides, I didn't come here to dampen the mood. Quite the opposite. All I've ever wanted was to fight for a cause I believe in. But my fighting days are over. So I want you to fight in my stead. Be the hero I can't.
I am no hero.
That's what they all say, though. No one ever calls themselves a hero. Even the ones who eat primals for breakfast. It's for others to decide. Look, Alfino. You already are a hero. To me and countless others. We see you doing your damnedest to protect us all. And you're not alone, are you? There are people who believe in you, just as you believe in them.
The adventure isn't over yet.
I know what's at stake, and how many people are depending on you. But I believe in you. Believe that you'll see it through. That's why I'm entrusting my dreams to you. Like Albert and Owley once entrusted their dreams to me.
There was a time when I would have borne the weight of such expectations without a second thought. But now, I know just how heavy that burden can be. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the right path. Sacrifices will inevitably be made for the sake of the ideals I uphold. Maybe I am not the person I thought I was. The person you think I am.
I wouldn't presume to tell you. But I will say this. In spite of everything, you've come this far.
Yeah. That's a good line.
The road ahead might not always be clear, but you've never been one to give up or take the easy way out. And everything you do for others. For a brighter future. I'm proud to call you my friend. Well, I've said my piece, so I'll let you go. I know you've got more important things to be doing. Just give what I've said some thought, all right?
I shall, my friend. And we will meet again soon, I promise.
Excuse me.
Nothing left for me to do but wave and smile.
You've got a pretty narrow view of what it means to be a hero, do you know that? You think they're all forged in the fires of battle? That it's all about being brave and killing villains? Alphino and the others will carry on their fight. But theirs isn't the only one. There are other ways you can make a difference. If you stop feeling sorry for yourself and put your bloody mind to it.
There's not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
If you're content to twiddle your thumbs thinking of what might have been, that's your lookout. But I reckon you've got some fight left in you.
And I reckon you might be right. If there's a way I can still help my friends, I'll bloody well find it.
Archibald's gonna save the day. You can tell me later what that was about, but judging by the set of Alphino's jaw, it appears to have done him some good. Thancred and the others have already left the Rising Stones, and according to the communications officer, Al-Majahan Kobold forces are already bound for Cartno as we speak. They mean to keep the promise they made in Alamigo, and we must do the same, by saving as many of their tempered kin as possible. Anyway, the airship is ready to depart, we should get going. Upon joining the Battle of Cartano, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to participate in the battle and view these cutscenes in their entirety. Bucket Weeball. Progress through the battle will be saved at certain points, and in the event you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, the progress will be lost. Okay, we'll do it. Oh, what am I locking myself in for here?
My fellow Scions, as I am sure you will have heard, we can expect no help from Charlene, nor are we any closer to discerning the Telophoroi's grand design. And now, our adversary moves against us in unprecedented numbers, compelling us to answer in kind. The outlook, in short, is bleak. Yet though our foes are many, and we but few, we may still tip the balance in Eorzea's favor.
Of course. We will do what we always do. Deal with the ones our allies can't. A less than daunting prospect, judging by your expression. Could it be that you've dispelled your lingering doubts, Alphino?
Oh, I doubt I ever will. But as my friends have kindly reminded me, I have come this far, and that must count for something.
Gods be good, Alphino. That's what we've been trying to tell you all along.
For one so bright, you can be remarkably dim at times. There is such a thing as overthinking, you know.
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation after the battle? It would appear that Telophoroi have already arrived.
I'll do what I can to cure the Tempered, but they'll have to be incapacitated first.
Have care, my friends, for none can say wherefore our foe did choose this fateful field to be our battleground. Whatever may transpire, pray grant him not the pleasure of deterring you.
I just got an email from Microsoft that said your OneDrive is about to be deleted. Which, like, I don't care, but it's been unused for 2 years and is currently frozen. I don't think that matters. Listen well, friends, the Telophoroi are sweeping across Carton now. But as for the Aesian, he was briefly sighted above the battlefield, but he's vanished. He likely intends to watch events unfold from afar. Thus far, the movements of the lunar primals have proven difficult to predict, and poised to ambush our troops to instead withdraw for some unknown reason. Whatever the Telophoroi's plan may be, our primals are our primary targets. Understood, they will not elude the Scions for long.
Prepare yourself!
Let's give it our all!
This is, not a place you can normally go to in the game. This is like, where the I forget what they're called, but the big PvP battles take place, right? Occupied, see that the primals. Am I actually supposed to leave? Divide up our forces that we're going to locate behind Hanser fleet. Anchored is still and I shall head east. Shall concentrate on the Tempered. Okay, follow Estinian. What? As they spread out across the field, Elisei and Graha take the fight to the Telophoroi? What is happening? Oh, we're gonna have many you play as this character scenarios, aren't we? There's so many of them. We'll have to incapacitate them. For some reason they're not keyboard bound, I have to I have no idea what I'm doing as Red Mage. I'm just gonna click the buttons. I wonder how many of them I'll get to play as.
Allow me.
I'm just clicking the buttons. I don't know. No time to learn Red Mage. I feel like I should be able to. I wonder if I can just spend a second here real quick. Where's the hotbar configuration? I feel like I should be able to make these button pressable. I don't have time. I'm just gonna click the buttons.
Just the beginning.
I don't know what I'm doing there. Oh. Probably want to get away from that one. We've earned a moment's respite. Cannot pause. Oh, this would be a good moment to try and remember where the hotbar settings are. Nope. Nope. Here it is, hotbar settings. I felt like there was an option for this. I like how it's the pet hotbar. I see. There we go. Okay. That should be better. I have to defeat the enemy forces. Or use Angelo. Did you see that? The glyph? Yes, how worried should we be? Listen well and judge for yourself. Though I can see ethereal currents, I had not thoroughly examined those that flow through the heart of Cartneau. But now that I am here, things have become clear. The flats conceal an etheric confluence, like to the pillars of the Asm Steppe, but greater in scale, far greater. The glyphs that Fandaniel's conjured reach into its very midst, and I believe I know their purpose. If the lunar primals destroy them, it would spark a chain reaction with the potential to obliterate the confluence entirely. The resultant disruption to the flow of aether would sow chaos amongst the elements, prompting earthquakes, floods, and tempests large enough to lay waste to the realm. That he would go so far cometh as little surprise. We must needs protect the confluence at all costs. Defeat Loner Odin. Lunar Odin. Loner Odin. Is that Odin? We gotta kill this guy. What is this song? This is new.
I shall protect thee.
What did it say? Use fixed sign. Which one is fixed sign? Oh good, the one I used. I threw it up because it was a barrier and it seemed right, and I just got lucky, I guess.
My turn.
May the 12 guide you.
What is this song? This is new. I don't have it ready.
best defense is a good defense.
We both throw it up. He fucking got it? We're dead. Did it send me back to the beginning? Resume from midway. Okay, that's right. Resume from midway. Maybe I need to just stand there and use the shield more often in that one spot. I don't know if I'm literally protecting it or not. Let's assume I am. Why did I stand there? I'm gonna try this one more time, and if I don't get it now, I'm gonna go to sleep because it's late. And this seems like a whole thing. You know what? No, I'm gonna save this all for another time. Good night. I don't have the brain power to figure it out right now.